everybody? You guys know me, I'm here, James. The rivalry between Florida State and Oklahoma goes way back to the 80s and even into part of the 70s. But the only win was in the 60s until now. Sooners give Florida State gives the Sooners only their second loss in series history. 35-32 Florida State in a hard-fought Cheeze-It Bowl for the cheesiest team in college football. I'll tell you how it ended 35-32. Next, you know what it is. Bowl receiver 1982. You also know what to do. Don't go away. We'll get right to it. Welcome back to the show, everybody. I think you guys know me. I'm Harry James. Florida State gets only their second ever career win against Oklahoma in the Cheez-It Bowl. 35-32 final in Orlando. Passing statistics for Oklahoma. Number 6, Dylan Gabriel, finished with 243 yards passing and a touchdown. No picks, by the way. Longest pass on the night, 46 yards. 13, Jordan Travis, 418 yards passing for Florida State. 2 tugboats. 1 interception, by the way. Had a game-long 58-yard pass that was a backbreaker. Running backs for the Sooners and the Florida Seminoles. Really good backs, guys, by Oklahoma. Number 2, Javonte Barnes, and 27, Gavin Sawchuk. True freshmen, by the way. We'll start with the true freshman with some veteranism. He's played a little bit this year, not a whole lot. But Javonte Barnes tonight, 27 carries to go with the $108 on the ground and a touchdown. His longest run was from 12 yards. The true freshman that saw rare action was 27, Gavin Sawchuk, but did today with 15 carries to go with 100 yards on his day. He did, and a touchdown, by the way. Longest run, 25 yards. For Florida State, rushing, Treshaun Ward, 8 Treshaun Ward, and 13 Jordan Travis led the team for Florida State in carries. We'll start with Treshaun Ward had 10 carries, 81 yards, and 2 tugboats. His longest run was from 38 yards out. For Florida State, the second leading rusher on the team, 13, Jordan Travis, 7 rushes to go with 50 yards and 0 TDs. Longest run, 26 yards. Now for the reception mark, number 17 for Oklahoma, Marvin Mims, and 3, Jalil Farouk led the way. We'll start with the veteran, 17, marvelous Marvin Mims. 2 catches, 77 yards, and 0 TDs. Longest reception, 46 yards. While the bowl mania continued for this kid, Jalil Farouk, 4 catches, 59 yards, and a TD. Longest reception, 28 yards. For Florida State, Johnny Wilson and Ataria Wilson. Not brothers, by the way. No relation. We'll start with Johnny Wilson, who finished with 8 catches, 202 yards in the air, 0 TDs, a long reception of 58 yards. While 80, Ontario Wilson, had 5 catches, 74 yards and a touchdown. Longest reception, 19 yards. So that's about the offense. Let's talk about some defense real quick. Defensive leaders for Oklahoma, both linebackers, by the way. Number 23, Deshaun White, and 2, David Owugu, both led the team in tackles. We'll start with 23, Deshaun White, who had 9 tackles on the night, 0 forced fumbles, 0 fumbles recovered, 0 picks. While number 2, David Owugu, had 8 total tackles, 0 forced fumbles, 0 fumbles returned, 0 picks from both, by the way, from linebacker. Jamie Robinson and Tatum Bethune for Florida State. We'll start with Johnny Robinson, who had 13 total tackles, 0 forced fumbles, did have a fumble recovery, and 0 picks on the night. While Tatum Bethune, 8 total tackles, 0 forced fumbles, 0 fumbles recovered, 0 picks from linebacker. By the way, Jamie Robinson is a DB. So we've talked offense, talked defense. Now let's talk special teams, starting with Oklahoma. Oklahoma's own Michael Turk. Congratulations to him, though, on his proposal, by the way. Speaking of the newly engaged Michael Turk, 37 Michael Turk, 3 punts, averaging 48.0 in average, 2 balls landed inside the 20, 1 touchback, and a long kick. Punt, I should say, 52 yards. While Alex Mastronio, 2 punts, 44.0 in average, 1 landed inside the 20, 0 touchbacks, and a long punt of 45 yards. And the kicking game, pretty good for both teams. Zach Schmidt, 1 for 2 for 50%. His 1 make was from 41 yards out, and that long was from 41. 88, Ryan Fitzpatrick was 22 for 3 with a 66.7% accuracy. 2 makes from 23, and a long shot from 33 yards. All right, so that's that. Now let's get to the scoring highlights and how we got to a 35-32 final. We'll start with the aforementioned Ryan Fitzgerald with his 23-yarder to start the game with 11:26 left remaining in the first quarter. It is 3-0 Florida State. Oklahoma answers. Dylan Gabriel to Jalil Farouk from 22 yards out. 7-3 Oklahoma, 7:01 left in the first quarter. Second quarter, Dylan says, I'm not only going to pass it, guys, I'm going to run it in too. Does it himself. Just like Matt Corral did last year a lot for Jeff Levy. Dylan Gabriel does it on the ground with an 8-yard touchdown scamper, making it 14-3 with 14:31 left. Here comes Florida State. Jordan Travis passed to Ontario Wilson, 16 yards, touchdown Florida State. 14-9, 2-point conversion good, 14-11. All this happened with 7:18 left in the first quarter. Then, with just 15 seconds left in the half, Zach Schmidt, 41-yarder, up and through the pipeline. 15 seconds remaining. Sooners take the lead to halftime, 17-11. Third quarter action, here we go. Rashawn Ward answers back. 1-yard touchdown run of his own right. Florida State leads 18-17. 5:53 left. Then Oklahoma answers. Gavin Sawchuk. 27, Gavin Sawchuk. 15 yards by himself. Runs it in. Touchdown Oklahoma. 23-18. 2-pointer good. 25-18. 13:22 left in the fourth quarter. Rashawn Ward does it again. 38 yards out this time. Ties up the ball game at 25 with 11:05 left in the half. Then Jordan Travis breaks the tie, giving the lead back to Florida State with a 17-yard touchdown pass from Jordan Travis to Marqueston Douglas. 35 32-55, 7:22 left. Florida State leads. Oklahoma goes back to answer. Javonte Barnes, true freshman, 12 yards out. 12-yard touchdown run by himself. Touchdown Oklahoma. 32-32. 3:37 left. But late in the game, Ryan Fitzpatrick puts the nail in the coffin for only the second time in Florida State Oklahoma history. Florida State wins it. This one with a 33-yard field goal. Up and good. 55 seconds left in the game. Plays of the game, by the way. Jeff Lebby's offensive call of the game was Javonte Barnes' 12-yard touchdown run to get the Sooners back. Tied it up, by the way, with that one. Good call by Jeff Lebby there. And the Ted Roof defensive call of the game. Jordan Travis, quarterback for Florida State, picked off by number 5, Billy Bowman at the 30-yard line of Oklahoma for no gain, by the way. Sooners there. Way to go, Billy. All right, guys. That'll do it for football. Finally over. That's done with. Hit the subscribe button. Boomer Sooner 1982. Subscribe. If you don't do it that way, you do it by Facebook. That's all right. Look up Harry James Taylor. It's on there. Or you can do it through Facebook. Twitter, I should say. SoonerFan1982. SoonerFan1982 on Twitter. Videos are up there also. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and you guys know the drill. Boomer! See y'all next year.